Indonesia menggunakan hak jawab pertamanya dalam sidang umum ke-74 PBB.
Dalam sidang, Indonesia menegaskan bahwa Papua akan tetap menjadi bagian dari Negara Kesatuan Republik Indonesia. Hal tersebut berkenaan dengan negara Vanuatu yang kerap berkomentar mengenai kondisi Papua di Indonesia.
Call on the representative of Indonesia.
Mr. President, I'm taking the floor to exercise Indonesia's right of reply to the statement made by Vanuatu. But before continue, allow me to introduce myself. I am from the eastern part of Indonesia, a neighboring island of Papua. I am also Melanesian of origin. As an Indonesian with Melanesian roots, I can tell you, we do not like to be clustered. We do not like to be categorized, or worse, divided by another faraway country. Papua is, has, and will always be part of Indonesia. Vanuatu keeps on questioning Papua and its place in Indonesia. Now, let me ask this of them. Have you ever bothered to have a deeper look into the legal and historical facts on the status of Papua as an integral part of the unitary state of the Republic of Indonesia? If not, I suggest that you read all the historical files. But if the answer is yes, I invite you once again to read all the facts until you have clear picture of the status of Papua. Correct and appropriate understanding of the legal and historical facts is crucial so that Vanuatu does not repeat the same mistakes over and over again. Let me again remind our friend with a simple legal fact. Papua has since the very beginning, since the declaration of Indonesian independence, been a part of the unitary state of the Republic of Indonesia. It is a done deal. This was further reaffirmed by the UN General Assembly in 1969 through Resolution 2504. We cannot help but wonder how on earth that in this age of globalization, there is still a country which devotes its foreign policy to instill enmity and division on another country. I would like to remind our friend, the Charter teaches us principles and values that must be respected by all countries without exception. It is the obligation of every country to respect sovereignty and territorial integrity of other countries. Indonesia fails to understand that there is one country which continue to show its support for separatist group, which caused the loss of lives of innocent civilians. And I would like to ask a very simple question. Can this ever be justified under international law and particularly under the UN Charter? The answer is big no. As for Indonesia, our foreign policy is clear. We will always respect the sovereignty and the territorial integrity of other countries. Vanuatu wants to give an impression to the world of its concern for the human rights issues, while the real and the only motive is to support separatism agenda. Vanuatu continues to carry out provocative measures inter alia by advocating baseless, unfounded promise of self-determination. What Vanuatu does not realize is that its provocation has created empty hopes and even bigger conflicts. Your provocation, Vanuatu, has resulted in infrastructure damage which belong to everyday Indonesian people. Hundreds of homes burned down. Public facilities destroyed. Worst of all, life of innocent civilians also perish. Mr. President, no country has a perfect human rights record. But let me assure you once again that Indonesia, like other countries, is committed to promote and protect human rights of all its people, including in Papua. Lastly, Indonesia is a pluralistic country, and we will remain pluralistic. We will respect all the differences. We will respect the custom, the local wisdom of each and every ethnic group in Indonesia. These ethnicities make up one Indonesia. I am Melanesia, I am Indonesia. Kita semua bersaudara. Thank you.